Hello, how about Mintedwell community? In this video, I'm going to walk you step by step through setting up Stephen Pope's NCA Toolkit. This is an amazing tool for content creators and gives you access to video editing for tools like N8N and use it in automation flows. So in this video, you're going to learn how to set it up step by step. I'm going to help you in the installation process on Google Cloud, and for this installation, you will have to have a billing account set up. Don't worry, you're only charged for the credits you're actually using. So, let's go to the tutorial. But before we get started, I'd like to invite you to join our Mintedwell community, the best artificial intelligence community. In it, you can find incredible automated flows with which you can earn money on the internet and improve your productivity. Without further ado, let's go to the tutorial. Perfect. You will have all the information in this repository on GitHub. You will have the link in the description. And in addition to the information in this tutorial, you will be able to have all the necessary documentation so you don't miss anything about the configuration of this tool. Alright, the number one step would be to create a new project on Google Cloud. To do that, you must come to Console, Cloud, Google. You must log in with your account and your password, and in the upper left your projects will appear. You must click and create a new project. You must assign the project you like to this name, and you must click on Create. Once you click on Create, you must select it to make sure that you are working within that project. Step number 2, we must go to the APs and Services section, click Enable APs and Services, and we must look for the next 3 APs, which we must enable. I recommend that you open each of them in a different window so that you don't lose the search window. The first one would be Cloud Storage. You just click on Enter and it would be Next. We right-click, we open in a new tab. The second would be Google Cloud JSON API Towers. We might open it in a new tab. And for the third one, we look for Run Admin API. We can open it in a new tab. You must enable each of them. In my case, I already have them enabled because I have been working with them. You just have to click on Enable, and that's it. This particular API will prompt you to set up a billing account. Don't worry, you won't be charged anything. However, you will be charged for using the API. You can do this at the time of enabling it, or you can do it in step 3, set up billing. Again, we click on the 3 dots. We come to the billing section, and it is the first time you are creating a billing account. It will appear completely blank. All you have to do is select the option Create Billing Account and follow the steps. Add a payment method and you're done. This will allow us to create a secure identity for Toolkit to interact with all cloud services. Again, we go back to our main menu. We select the next option, look for the Service Accounts option, click on Create New Service Account, and give it a name. Click on the Create and Continue option. We must assign 2 main roles. The first would be Storage Admin, and we must assign a new role, which would be that of Reader or Viewer. We click on Continue, and finally, we must click on Done. An important recommendation is that you configure all this in English, since it will be very difficult for you to find the roles that we have just assigned to this service account. Now, in the list of service stories, we must click on the one we have just created. Click on Add a New Key and select the Create New Key option. We leave as a JSON option for the type of our key and click on Create the JSON file with our credentials. This is vital that we save it in a specific folder that we know where it is, since we are going to use it later. In my case, I'm going to keep it on the desk to have it at hand. With this, we move on to the next step. Our step number 5, which is to create a bucket in cloud storage. Imagine a bucket as let's set it up. Come to our main menu. Look for the cloud storage option. Select the buckets option. Once you have given it the correct name, You simply have to click on Create here, and you have to uncheck the next box. You give him confirmation. That's it. You've got your bucket created. We must go to the Permissions window, select the Current Access option, and basically, this is to grant access. In the next field, we type All Users, select, and in the Role option, we look for the next one. Again, I recommend that you do all this setup in English, as it will be much easier for you to find the roles. For this specific case, we search for Storage Object Viewer, select and click Save. We confirm that we want to give public access. With this ready, let's deploy the service in Cloud Run. This is the key step. This is where we are going to install the Toolkit software. All right, step number 6 would be to deploy the service on Cloud Run, and we need to look for the Cloud Run option. We click and we must select Create Service. From here, we are going to configure according to the repository on GitHub. We need to select the next option, and to get this URL, we're going to go back to GitHub. We're going to scroll and we're going to look up how to set it up in Google Cloud Run. We click and we can select the following link. We copy, return to our Google Cloud account, and paste. The next step would be to choose the region that is closest to where we are. In my case, it is Mexico. Let's change the name, change the endpoint of the URL. We must select that it is accessible to the public. For the billing section, we select this option. We can leave this at 0, and we must move on to configure our containers, volumes, and security, and that we use 4 CPUs. We scroll down to this section and type 1 to allow a maximum of 1 request per call. We select the second generation option. The minimum should be 0 and the maximum should be 5. Once we set this up, we go back to the top. In the Variables and Secrets section, we must select to add a new variable, and we must copy it exactly the same. For the first variable, we need to add API _, and here you need to add your API key. This one is fully customized. You can add it. You must try to make it completely safe. We need to add a new variable, and as a name, we are going to add the next one. Here we need to paste the exact name into our bucket created in step number 5. So let's search for the name. We can come to our tab that we had opened. We come to the Cloud Storage option, in the Buckets option, and here we have the one that we had created earlier. We go back to our page where we're setting up and paste it. And finally, we need to add a new variable. The name for this variable is the following. And what we need to paste into this field is the JSON file that you downloaded earlier. We make sure to copy everything. Go back to our page on Google Cloud and paste it. Once we've pasted it, we click on. You'll see that it's being activated, and when the process is finally complete, a green tick will appear in this section. Perfect. Once completed, all of these completed marks will appear in green, and it will generate this link. This link is the base link for using Toolkit, and the right way to do it is as follows. For that, we can come to N8N. We're going to add a manual trigger, and we're going to add an HTTP request node that makes a call to Toolkit. Depending on what you're looking for, you can change the method to whatever you need. We add the URL, and this URL would be the base URL that we're going to use. To give you an idea of the tools that you can use thanks to what you just learned today, you can go back to the ICO, go down a little bit, and you have all these endpoints complete. If you want to use, for example, FFmpeg, all you have to do is copy it, go back to N8N, and paste it right after your base URL. This way, you would be given the full URL to make use of your kit. If we go in, we can see the documentation to make the corresponding calls and build the JSON code we need. This seems like an amazing tool. If you look at all of the GitHub documentation, you can see that you can add captions to your videos, concatenate them for all of us who are dedicated to the world of artificial intelligence, and it can allow you to create much more interesting and powerful workflows. Thank you for learning this tool today.
The link is below. In the Minted Well community, you will find exclusive and incredible workflows with which you can increase your productivity and earn money through the internet. The link is down here in the description. Remember that AI isn't going to replace you, but someone who knows how to use it will.